Own your morning, elevate your life. Those are the words I heard over and over again in the Robin Sharma's book, The 5 a.m. Club, when I listened to it last year. And so I thought this year, can changing my morning routine really impact my life? Can it really elevate my life? Well, I set myself a challenge of doing this over 10 days to see if it actually made a difference. So I'm coming up to a very busy period in my life in the next 4 to 6 weeks, and I'm trying to create systems to improve my productivity and improve how I cope with these changes that are coming up. I really want to avoid burnout. I know I've got a lot of things to do, and I want to know if I can be a bit more systematized during the day to achieve those things. So does the early bird actually get the best worm? Well, there's so much research about waking up early being linked to better health outcomes, being linked to better mood, better productivity, and it's always hard, isn't it, to know if that's genuinely going to be the way for you, because like some people like to sleep early, some people like to sleep late, and you just never know if it's going to work for you or not. So I'm going to give you my experience over the last 10 days of how incorporating this into my schedule made a difference. I should set a disclaimer, I did try and do this for a few weeks last year, and I felt like I was just too on and off and I wasn't able to accomplish what it was that I'd set out to do. So I just abandoned it because, again, doing shift work I find quite challenging to then have a very strict routine. But this time around, I had a few weeks where I knew no nights were coming up, and I was like, what's the best time to try and see if I can actually be a routine kind of gal? And let's find out. So I proposed that this would be my routine. I'd wake up at 5:30, and between 5:30 and 6:15, I would do a revised version of Robin Sharma's Power Hour. So he suggests 20 minutes of a workout, 20 minutes of sort of prayer reflection, and then 20 minutes learning something. So I'm struggling with the working out, I really am. So I kind of just scrapped that from my plan. I thought I'd wake up, I'd do 20 minutes of prayer, reflection, and planning, and then I would do a few minutes learning something new, and that could just be like listening to a podcast or something like that, and then getting on with my day and picking like the most fun, creative activity that I could get stuck into before the kids woke up, so that I just felt like I wasn't chasing my tail, and I just felt like I was a little bit ahead of the game. Typically, especially in the holidays, they'll be waking up at 7:30, 7:45. So in my head, that meant that I had like potentially 75 to 90 minutes where I could do some work before they woke up, and therefore just feel like I'm winning, you know? So I've got a few videos that will be injected through this vlog, telling you how I've coped. So stick around and see over the 10 days, did I achieve my goal? What am I going to incorporate into my day-to-day life? And would I recommend it? So I'm being kind to myself. I initially wrote these as pass and fail, but I'm not going to do that because actually life is messy, and in the messiness of it, I just feel like I need to take each day as it came, take my learnings from each day, and know what I'm going to do next time. So on the first day, so I started on Monday, so the first day, it did not go well. I didn't wake up early at all. The kids woke me up, and I was like, oh my gosh, Remy, you were supposed to be waking up at 5:30 today. What happened? And I think the night before I'd had a late night, and maybe I didn't sleep well, who knows. I think the kids woke me up, and then by the time the kids woke me up, and then I got them, we all got ready, went down for breakfast, I sat down at my desk to work from 11 a.m. And this is exactly why I need to be waking up early, because by the time the kids get involved, the day gets carried away from you, and then you get nothing tangible done. Objectively, that was not a successful day of trying to wake up early. The following day, I did wake up on time. So again, I'm giving myself grace. 5:30 is the aim, but anything before 6 is great. So I sat down, I did my Power 45, but unfortunately the kids also woke up early. So if you can imagine, I was up at 6, and the kids, and I'd pretty much done my Power 45 by 6:45, and then my youngest daughter was up at 5 to 7. And because the study I'm working in is on the top floor, just scurried into the room And it meant that the deep work I was hoping to get done, even if it was for an hour, just didn't happen that day. And then obviously you then have to battle like frustrations of wanting to do work, not getting the work done, and how that makes you feel. Overall, I woke up early, so I was like, yes, okay, tomorrow morning, just go a few minutes earlier and see how much I can really get done before they come and take over my day. And I should say, in order to be able to do these, I need to be sleeping realistically before 10 p.m. or be in bed by 10 p.m. because although I'm trying to wake up early, I'm trying to also make sure I'm getting 7 to 8 hours sleep. Everything in moderation and everything in balance. So on the night of the second day, I got to bed, I think at about 10:15. I have some really bad phone habits at night, and it probably meant that I didn't actually switch off till for another 10, 20, 30 minutes maybe. And unfortunately, the following day, I then struggled to wake up on time, going on to day 3. Day 2, I think I slept a little bit late. And for some reason, I woke up at like 3 in the morning. And in my emails, it was like, you've been hacked. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I spent about half an hour like resetting my password for one of my specific accounts. And then my daughter woke up at 4:30. And I was like, okay, fine, that's fine. She's awake, she's disrupted your sleep. You'll just wake up at 5:30. Woke up, no, it was 7 o'clock. And therefore, even though I was up slightly earlier, I didn't actually get my Power 45 in, I didn't get any work done, and then again, the day just got carried away. But by the evening of day 3, I was like, no, this challenge I need to take seriously. Like, I want to wake up at 5:30 and get on with my day.
So it's the end of day 3, and I feel like it's been a fail thus far. I've only managed to wake up at 6 a.m. on day 2. And again, I'm going to bed post 10:30, so I'm actually not sure how I'm going to be up in time for 5:30 tomorrow, but as long as I get like 7 hours sleep, I don't know. I'm getting quite frustrated at myself because what the issue is that I can't seem to just switch off my laptop in time to get to bed, and therefore I'm just going to like obviously not wake up on time. But I'm really hoping that tomorrow I wake up at 5:30 and just get myself back on track. I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday to go, and I'll probably continue into next week because I really need to get this down to just be more productive.
And so from the next day onwards, it was like bam, 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 winning at everything. And so I was up at 5:30, did my Power 45, got some work done, and I was like skipping through the day. So luckily I was able to replicate this on the day 4, day 5, and then day 6 comes.
It's Friday night, I'm going to bed, and I'd initially said that I'll give myself the weekend to have like an extra 30 minutes to wake up at 6:30. And I just remembered Robin Sharma's words. If you do the 5 a.m. club part-time, you get part-time results. But it's my birthday tomorrow, so I think I'm going to give myself a bit of a lie-in. But actually, I'm also going to treasure an hour of reflection and journaling just by myself before the kids wake up. And I think that will actually do my soul the world of good.
And it was my birthday. And I was just like, Remy, you are not going to wake up at 5:30 on your birthday. You are not. I did not. However, I did wake up maybe like 6:30 and I did a reflection because actually I was like, you know what? I've got a lot to be thankful for. I've made a lot of growth in the last year. I'm just going to document what that feels like. And then because I went ham on my birthday, well, I did go ham. Ham in my world is having family round, drinking, falling asleep late while watching a really good show. It meant that I didn't accomplish my goal on day 7. I was like, you know what? That is actually okay because moving forward, will actually probably give myself the weekends off because you can't come and kill yourself. You can't come and kill yourself. So days 8, 9 and 10, I have managed to wake up at 5:30 or there or thereabouts, achieve the Power 45 and then gone on to do some work prior to the kids waking up. And as in my schedule, I thought my kids would be waking up at 7:30, 7:45. Actually, they're waking up at 7. And they're coming into the room. And therefore, the deep work I've been desperate for hasn't actually happened as such. And maybe then I need to think about really trying to wake up at 5. But I just think the way my life is set up, I ain't there yet. So I'm going to go forward with the 5:30 for now. And I'm going to aim to carry on doing it for 5 days a week. So overall, did I pass or fail this challenge? I think achieving maybe 70% of the days or 60% was, I think, really useful for me. Like, it was a great thing to try. It also meant, because I was waking up early, I had started on some work that I'd really been putting off. And it meant that I made headway on that work. And actually, I felt like the work that I'd been avoiding the most, I managed to get done in the mornings. Because actually, when the kids are awake, I tend to deviate towards the easier to-dos and the easier tasks. And then by the evening, my brain actually cannot fathom any sort of harder tasks, that I then just go for like the easiest low-hanging fruit on my to-do list. So from that point of view, I think like there was true benefit in waking up. I think I need to time it right so that I can actually get an hour in my day without them interfering. But actually, on a day that if they were going to school and I had the day off from my clinical job, then I probably could just blitz through it. And I think the summer holidays just giving me a very unique experience of what this is like. So moving forward, I'm going to improve on becoming more successful at this task. Will I give myself some days off? Absolutely. But actually, on the whole, I want this to be a thing that becomes more natural to me. I want to make sure I'm sleeping well. I want to make sure I'm sleeping through the night and getting the hours that I need. But I also want to make sure that I'm waking up early, doing my prayer and my reflections, my planning, my learning, and ultimately actually adding in the exercise. Because I do think when I did do it for the first few weeks last year, it just made me stronger. And I'm not someone that exercises, and I may well discuss that in another video. But it means that I just felt like I was winning the day, and not because someone told me so, but because actually my tasks were just getting done and I was just moving ahead. I wasn't being late to places, or I wasn't being late because I like woke up late chasing my tail. So yeah, so I do think that there's definitely benefit to waking up early, and I'm hoping to incorporate it in my schedules. So now that I've done this challenge, why don't you set yourself the same challenge? Why don't you wake up early and win your day? And once you've done so, tell me how far you're going in the comments below. And this isn't like toxic productivity, but this is finding tips and tricks to get the most out of your own schedule so that you can feel that you're winning at your day. If you've liked this video, please subscribe, put the thumbs up, and drop me a comment down below. I really want to be chatting with you guys in the comments to see if any of what I'm saying is adding any value to you, or if it's making you feel or inspiring you to take that leap and also join me in this early morning wake up. And this isn't to do like tasks that don't serve you. I would strongly suggest that if you're doing it, you do it for tasks that you actually want to do, things that you want to be better at, things that you want to improve. But until my next one, peace.